quite honestly, once I saw that Karl Rove and Crossroads gave $26 million to Grover, I asked myself this question this morning. I just read a bunch of stories from conservatives last week that said the grand architect of the GOP isn't usually this stupid. Why would Karl Rove come on to O'Reilly last week and pick a fight and bring up that Glenn Beck is leaving the GOP and try to smear me on TV? Why? As the other conservatives said, it was over. It wasn't a big deal. It had already run its course. It was over. Why, at the tail end of that, as it was all dying out, would you go back on O'Reilly and say that for 7 minutes? You know that's just going to heat things up. You let it go away. And I wondered, if I'm the guy who wrote Grover Norquist a check for $26 million out of my PAC, and I'm the guy who Grover called and said, hey, I need to get some pictures with President Bush and Alamoudi. I need to get some pictures with some of these guys who I'm working with, Khalid Safuri or Sami Al-Arian, and I need to have them take some pictures with the officials in Washington. Can you get that done? I probably would want to destroy Glenn Beck as well. I'd probably want to smear him as well. I'd probably want him to fight two fronts instead of one. You know, Custer, a GOP operative, told me this one time. Glenn, you know what your problem is? No. You're Custer. What does that mean? Custer could have won if he would have convinced the Indians to come over the hill one at a time. Now, this same GOP operative is involved with Karl Rove. Isn't it interesting that Karl Rove decides to open up another front while I have Grover Norquist going as well, and seemingly to his detriment? I'm sure it's just a coincidence because I don't want to engage in conspiracy theories, but I'm sure it's just a coincidence. The reason why I bring it up is because we're now fighting a battle on two fronts, and I believe they are connected. I believe that Karl Rove and Grover Norquist are joined at the hip, and there's something very bad here.